CoastLife, if you're looking for something a little bit scary to do this October, our friends at the Lewes Historical Society have you covered. But before we get into that, they've also got an event coming up, Booze and Brews.
So fun.
It's going to be tons of fun. Bethany Blues is going to be there. The Hot Sauce Band is going to be there. Dogfish is going to be there.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a great event. And of course, Muddy, going back to Lewes Historical Society so that they can do cool events like this, the Lewes Legends Tour. Maya Henry is going to tell us more about what you can find there.
You're watching CoastLife, and it's officially spooky season. And today I am here with Marcos Salavaria, and he has a tour going on that I think you're gonna like. So Marcos, tell me a little bit about this Legends walking tour.
Sure enough. So our Lewes Legends Tour is one of our most popular and long-running tours. We do a little bit of history, we do a little bit of haunting, and we let you decide, where the truth has been stretched. We're sitting right now outside of the Cannonball House Maritime Museum, which is both one of our most famous historical events and one of our most famous haunting or spirited stories. So first off, to tell you a little bit more about why it's called the Cannonball House, it's called the Cannonball House because during the War of 1812, specifically April 6th and 7th, 1813, a bombardment while the Americas were at war once again with England. They bombarded us for over 22 hours and 800 rounds of cannonballs, one of which is still lodged in the front facade of the building. Another, which I hold right here in my hands, that we invite our visitors to do as well. Please use both hands. This is it is a 9-pound cannonball, and it's an example of the bombardment that occurred in Lewes. Now, the Lewes town is part of the legend. Now, legend is a lot of times misinformation. A lot of times it's the key parts of the story that last.
Cannonballs aren't the only thing that holds the weight of these historic tales. For a town that all locals know is the root of these legends.
The Lewes town is part of the legend. Now, legend is a lot of times misinformation. A lot of times it's the key parts of the story that last. Yeah. And the British would have bombarded again for almost an entire day about a mile off of our coast.
The war resulted in an unfortunate loss against the British. The outcome may be shocking for some.
There were no human casualties. The only casualties of this bombardment were a wounded pig and a killed chicken.
So it was quite literal.
But the people of Lewes were celebrating. A small little town of Lewes we had not defeated the British, but we did outlast them. And we made our mark on the national stage after April 6th and 7th, 1813. But then you ask, wait a minute. This is the Legends Tour tells of haunting stories of things from beyond the grave. Where's the death? Where's the drama? Well, for that, follow me.
Hey, we love some drama on CoastLife.
The first part of the Legends walking tour begins at the home of Susan Rowland King, who encounters a tragic accident after blackening her pots.
When, as the story tells us, a spark from the fire escaped, caught her dress, and she was caught in a conflagration where she was engulfed in flames.
So she was just poof, gone afterwards.
She was burned at a high degree. The chemicals that were on her hands accelerated the fire.
So nobody was there with her?
No one was there. She lived alone. Oh
my gosh.
And this is where the part of the story begins that we tell. Where history ends is that we know from the Philadelphia Examiner, newspaper of the time, that a well-regarded and respected woman of Lewes, Susan Rowland King, found dead in her bed, burned to death. Just the one room. It was her living room, her kitchen room, her dining room, her bedroom. And again, the tale of when she caught fire and sadly passed, engulfed in flames, would have happened right here.
Right here?
In her fireplace area.
And nobody knows how she made it from right there to her bed.
Probably crawled, unfortunately, but we don't we don't like to linger on the pain. Indeed, probably yes. Or did she truly make it to her bed? This is why these are legends and tales. What parts of the stories linger? What parts are forgotten?
Right.
What's changed? What stays the same?
We fast forward to the Burton Ingram House, the most memorable house known for unknown footsteps in an unforgettable sound.
So guys, we are at the end of the tour, but Marcos told me that this is probably the scariest. And you're thinking, okay, it's a music box. But Marcos, what does this music box do? It has no batteries, no wires. How does it play on its own?
That's a very good question, especially as this older piece, if you look at these discs, they have the notes, the holes punched into them. It's a precursor to records, but multiple occasions, our guides have reported that as they leave the tour, the music box may play just a couple of notes, maybe as a final farewell or as a final warning, maybe, we hope, an invitation to come explore more from beyond the legends.
The whole time you were talking, I was getting warm. I was like, is it about to happen? All right, guys, well, I'm trying to jet. I'm scared after those footsteps, but for the people that are watching are really interested, you said they need to sign up quick.
Yes, so our tours are every Sunday, Wednesday, and Thursday at 6 p.m. from October 8th to October 29th. And they sell out fast, so please visit us at www.historiclewes.org/tours for our Lewes Legends tours.
All right. Well, thank you, Marcos, so much for this tour, for all the great thrills and even the scares. So, guys, I'm getting out of here. Me and Jackson, the camera guy, is heading out because I'm getting really warm. I don't know if somebody's about to come. So, Marcos, thank you. There's more Coast Life on the way.